Hey guys, so quick tip here. Wanted to share something. So I'm working on this little loop. I'm going to stretch it out, turn it into a song. And so this is what I got here. So that's what I got so far. And you know, you come to a point sometimes with these ideas. Now, I also know that this track needs a bass line, but we're not going to focus on that right now. I'm going to focus here on this little thing here. So I like it. I think it sounds pretty good. I used a LFO tool. I'm not going to dive too deep into this, but I used an absinthe, LFO tool, some EQ, and then added some echo. One thing I did do that I'll share with you, just to give it a little bit more interest, is I did a little bit of pitch bending, just to give it a little something different. So the little bends actually, I think, help a little bit for interest. But overall, it's interesting, but now I'm asking myself, well, what else? What else? What's next? And I know you guys have certainly gone through this many times before. So I wanted to show you something that can kind of add layers into your song without you adding a bunch of new instruments. So what I am going to do here, or what I did, is I dragged in some grain delays, and I just actually dragged in some presets, to be honest, because they just seem to work. So what I did was I created these three different presets all as return tracks, okay? And I'll show you what each one does to the sound alone, okay? So let's go ahead and do this. All right, and then the next one does this. All right. What I like about the grain delay is it kind of morphs the sound into something else. So it almost sounds like another instrument. But you know, these instruments, if they sound good to you, you know they're going to work because they're the seed of the idea, and the key and the pitch and everything is already there, and it's already working in your track. So a little bit of dirt on that one. And I haven't really done any EQing or anything. Like later on, I might want to go in and you know, dial things in. So I'll kind of turn these on one at a time and show you how they affect the sound. So here we go. And then we'll get to the next one here. So now that almost creates like a call response sort of thing here. I can just solo this if you want. And taking this right here, so I'm going to turn the feedback actually down just a little bit. Oh, looks like I'm grabbing the wrong thing. Here we go. There we go. Because I think we only need those two notes to do what I want to do. And then let's add this last one here. Solo this. So that just adds like kind of a dirt underneath the sound. And as you can see, I've kind of, adjusted the levels of each send So now I'm listening to it. And what I'm thinking is, well, all these other sounds almost sound more interesting than the original sound. But if I, turn off this sound, it's not going to play through the returns. So what I decided to do is to switch from master to sends only. And that's going to give us just the response coming from the sends. And that sounds pretty cool, but I still want some of the original sound in there. So what I did is I added another return with absolutely nothing on it, okay? So that way it's running through a send just clean. So we're back to that. And then I just simply mix that back in. So if I turn this all the way down, and you'll hear it kind of mix in. I think I'm going to turn that down a little bit. So there we have it. Now we've just kind of made that part a bit more interesting just by using return tracks instead of having to like layer with a bunch of other sounds. And then probably the last thing that I would want to do is I'm just trying to get the volume level up a little bit. So let me try a utility here and just bring it up about 5 dB, 6 dB, and see if that helps. Yep. So cool. That is that, and I can go on and mix these until I'm really happy with it, because I already hear a couple little things that I'd want to tweak. But that there can be some instant inspiration, and you don't just have to use the grain delay. You could try other things. I would typically play around with the echoes and the delays along with other effects. That way certain things are happening at different times than the original part, and sometimes that can bring different rhythms to life. So yeah, I hope that you find that helpful, and I hope it gives you a little bit of added inspiration. All right, guys, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.